Hey guys, zpolt here and I'm back for another video, and today we're gonna take a look at a TRN IM1 Pro. So I already reviewed the IM1, the not Pro version, and I kind of like it. That's good detail for the price. V-shaped, but good detail. So how did they improve on the IM1 Pro? Is it better? Is it better sounding? And also, is it my top recommendation under the $30 range? We're gonna find out in this video. But of course, we review budget-fi to mid-fi audio gear, so if you did not, consider subscribing. But of course, big thanks to Miss Audio for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. Okay, so let's unbox the TRN IM1 first, and also no specs whatsoever outside. Let's take a look inside. So again, with a kind of really cool packaging right here. And let's go inside. And here you have the TRN Hi-Fi armature right here, and definitely this looks different from my TRN IM1, the normal one. And again, you have that kind of phone kind of packaging. Let's open this up, but let's put this aside first. TRN, I would say normal kind of cable, which is not bad here, all black. And you have ear hooks right here, which is really good. Let's put this aside, and you have a cleaning cloth right here. I believe they have it also in the previous Pro version. From the get-go, it kind of looks like what you get from the old TRN IM1, which is the orange kind of version right here. So also nice looking here, but definitely really good packaging right here. Again, TRN knows how to package their stuff, but I wish there's a Pro moniker at least here in the box to let you know that you got the Pro version. So let's open this up. Okay, but right off the bat here, this is a sort of see-through kind of design, which is I would say nice looking here. They have a similar shape compared to the old TRN IM1, but definitely this also looks upscale here. I kind of like this better compared to the previous IM1 because of that kind of look. I like the color that they chose here and the see-through kind of design. This definitely looks more upscale compared to the previous TRN IM1. The loops are made of mostly plastic, but this feels like the high quality resin plastic that I have seen with the TRN IM1. Let's put the cable in. Of course, you have the 2-pin connector here, and it fits really well. It's actually super snug right here, but unfortunately you still have this kind of long cable up to the fork here. I wish it was shorter, or even have a sort of some support here, or maybe some holder here, just to not have this super duper long kind of cable. I wish again TRN improves on this. And here in this plug part, you have the straight plug. I wish again it was an L plug. So overall, this kind of looks like the old TRN IM1, but a notch up in terms of quality here, I would say, because of that kind of finish here in the lobes. Let's compare it quickly with the TRN IM1, the old one. Okay, so this is the old TRN IM1, and it actually kind of looks really similar here. There's no Pro moniker here in the TRN IM1, and also the text is similar here, but I would say I kind of prefer this design in the Pro version because of yeah, I didn't like this kind of finish here in the TRN IM1. As I mentioned in my review of the TRN IM1, it kind of looks like a toy kind of plastic. So this is something I like better, but definitely in terms of shape and overall look, they are really similar here. They are the same. Okay, so in terms of build and overall look and overall package, I would say it's a nice package. It's the same as the old TRN IM1. Okay, so let's have a first wear here, and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like on the ear. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so right off the bat, this is the same as the TRN IM1, but again, I'm gonna remind it how good the isolation here is. This may be the best isolating IEM that I've heard in the sub $30 range. This really just blocks out the sound. This is the best that I've heard, and the fit is also super duper flush. Definitely for monitoring, this will be really useful, especially when you're on stage. You cannot hear that much of the crowd. You just can hear your music, your instruments, and I kind of like the look here. So definitely it's kind of pop look, so whether you like that or not, that will be up to you, but I kind of like the look here. It feels still professional. I like the color that they chose here, and the overall build is really just feels nice in the ear. I would say that in terms of comfort, this may not be the most comfortable wear after some time for a long period of session, because it feels really flush in your ear. It really blocks out the sound, so that may not be comfortable for maybe 3 hours of listening. This is something that you will kind of take off and then wear again for maybe 2 hours, just to bring back the air in your ear again. But yeah, that will be up to you, of course, but definitely this fits really well. One of the best fit that I have ever worn in the sub $30 range. So if you kind of like isolation, the best isolation, maybe this is something that you want to get. Okay, so I'm gonna have a first listen and give you guys my impressions and the sound. Okay, so I already listened to the TRN IM1 Pro, and I now have my impressions and the sound. So it's a V-shaped sound, and the mids are more forward in the mix compared to the old IM1. It has well extended highs. There's a lot of highs here. Slight sibilance, tighter bass compared to the old one. Better detail compared to the old one. It's balanced sounding, but more focused on accuracy, but it's still a musical listen. So this sort of is the same as the old IM1, that you can still use it for casual listening, but this definitely is designed to be a monitor, so that's why there's a lot of detail there, but this is more lively sounding compared to the old one. It also has some punch, more punch compared to the old one, and overall this kind of reminds me of the Bayer Dynamics in terms of sound. There's really a lot of shimmer there at the top, and also good detail here in the IM1 Pro. The highs are well extended. It has some shimmer, a lot of detail there in the highs, and slight sibilance also. So definitely if you love highs, this may be a good pickup for you. There's actually too much highs here for me, but definitely for some types of genres this works well. It's definitely a highs monster here. This is the TRN IM1 Pro's strength here. The mids are in the background. It is recessed, but it's more forward in the mix compared to the old TRN IM1, but it is still V-shaped. It is too recessed still for me, for my taste. Definitely it's really a V-shaped kind of sound here. The bass is tight. It doesn't overpower the rest of the spectrum, but definitely it's not for bass heads. There's not a lot of bass here. So this is not something that you want to pick up because of that tightness in the bass. If you love bass, maybe the ZSN Pros or maybe the CCA C10s may fulfill your needs in the bass department here. This also has a slight increase in soundstage compared to the old one, but it is still in the small soundstage category. This is miles different compared to the CCA C10 and the ZSN Pros. It has better imaging here and better instrument separation compared to the old ones. This is one of the major upgrades here in the TRN IM1 Pro. Imaging and instrument separation is better. So definitely yes, if you are gonna monitor, live monitoring, this is something that you want to pick up. The imaging here is better. You can hear other instruments, maybe your other band members here better compared to the old one. So generally, I really enjoyed listening to this with maybe guitar music instrumentals. It's really good here. I mean, I enjoyed Josa Triani jumping in, and also some toe. The toe is no vocals type of band. So for those kinds of genres, I really like this, but for vocals, this is a bit lacking because of that mids department. So definitely yes, this is kind of a niche kind of IEM, but this definitely works well for some genres. So let's compare it to the top guns here in the channel. So compared to the ZSN Pros, the ZSN Pros, I would say it's more of a casual listening IEM. There's a more enjoyable sound in the ZSN Pros and also more versatile. So the ZSNs, even if it's V-shaped, it has more forward mids in the ZSNs. It has less shimmer on top, so less sibilance there. So of course, for the treble sensitive crowd, you may like the ZSNs more over the TRN IM1 Pros. ZSNs has a bigger stage, better imaging in the ZSNs. It is more bassy in the ZSNs, also more boomy. And more smooth presentation actually in the instruments here in the ZSN Pro. So definitely, yeah, the ZSN Pros is more of like a fun kind of sound compared to the IM1. The IM1 kind of is thin sounding compared to the ZSN Pros. Yeah, the ZSN Pros is really fun to listen to. It's just when you A/B test them, you can really see the difference here. So overall, for casual listening, I would pick the ZSN Pros over the TRN IM1. But yeah, for monitoring, maybe the IM1 is my pickup. So compared to the CCA C10, C10 has more forward mids again in the C10. CCA has a bigger soundstage, better mids in the CCA C10, a lot better mids compared to the TRN IM1. The CCA 10 has less shimmer on top, less sibilance there. The CCA is also more relaxed compared to the IM1 Pro. The IM1 Pro definitely, again, is more aggressive, especially with that highs department there. Side by side, the TRN IM1 Pro, again, is a bit thin sounding compared to the Signature and also the recessed mids. Of course, that shimmer on top, it also contributes to the IM1 Pro sounding a bit thin. So overall, I still prefer the CCA C10, but again, if I'm gonna monitor, maybe the IM1 Pro is something that I can pick up because of that shimmer. So definitely, if you want to pick up a monitor for maybe live band sounding, this is something that you want to pick up. For mastering and mixing, the V-shaped sound is not something that you want. So yeah, this is just something that you can use for live monitoring, maybe when jamming with your band or maybe on stage. This is something that you want to use because good isolation and also great detail on top. It's not something that everybody will enjoy for casual listening, but I'd say that I really enjoyed guitar music here. Again, Satriani jumping in, the guitars. I can just really feel the micro detail there in the guitars. The tone just shines here. But again, with the vocal type of music, female vocals and also male vocals, the mids are just too recessed for my taste, and it's not that enjoyable kind of listen. So yeah, this is a kind of a niche product. So if you are just gonna do live monitoring, yes, and also gonna listen to some guitar music, maybe yes. But otherwise, there are other earphones here in the price range. Maybe the CCA C10 is better for casual listening, or even the ZSN Pros, even if it's cheaper. I would prefer it over the TRN IM1 Pro. Because that is my review of the TRN IM1 Pro. And hopefully you like this content as well. And also, we are 5,000 subscribers now here in zpolt Labs. Definitely, I will continuously improve the content here as much as I can. So I'm kind of doing a lot of iterations here just to improve the content. And definitely expect more better content here in zpolt Labs and a feature. And of course, hopefully you like this review. If you did, leave a like, and of course subscribe for more content like this and the future. And I will review some tips next. I already did my write-up on all the tips. There's like 7 tips here, so hopefully I can finish that soon. Of course, subscribe here for content like that if you want. Stay tuned in that. Do you have a TRN IM1? Do you do monitoring? What do you think of the TRN IM1 Pro? And what IEM or earphone or headphone do you use for monitoring? Let me know down below. Contribute here in the community. And of course, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.